Kastler, and it's his turn this week because Cody,
Cody stole a shine last week.
He did for sure. So I think it was the other way around 2 weeks ago, though, maybe. But no. Drew's been busy, and let's talk to Dru. Dru,
hey, Drew? Hey, the Velocicoaster is awesome, though. It really is,
dude. It's the best.
So cool.
It's an amazing roller coaster. I just didn't want to do it like the 8th time we did.
That's a lot. That's a lot of times to do one.
Yeah, he's like, the line's short. Let's do it again. Oh man, that was awesome. Let's do it again. Come on. Let's go.
That's south of 370. I don't go that way.
So Dru, you've been really busy.
Yeah, man, it's been super busy in a good way.
Yeah, like we said this last year, Chuck, or last week, Chuck, you brought this up, but like the fact that Dru, Cody, Colin, all the guys, like they have real jobs and still are able to put out what they put out from high school wrestling content is absolutely remarkable. Like
it's insane because I know how stressful Dru's job is too, and I couldn't do it.
Right.
I couldn't do it.
It's a lot, and people that complain about whatever need to just kind of take a break. Like,
do I really got to pay for this?
Yeah, you do.
Does this cost me money?
You do.
Yeah. You know what? I like the longer you do it and the more you see it, the less it stings you. Because usually the people that complain about something like that are the ones that aren't really knowledgeable enough to need it anyways. So I think the people that understand what we're doing and what we're trying to do and subscribe and do all that, like they're the ones that matter anyways. So
you're not charging Flow Wrestling prices.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
And also, that's a really good. It sounds like you learned some empathy. That's a secondary definition for empathy, there, Dru.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah,
I try and act like a hardo in our text groups, even maybe I'm not.
Hey, I will say that
Dru is a troll. He's a professional troll.
Can be. I think Cody can be just as bad as me, though.
Right.
Cody's the one that instigates it. He throws.
Cody will just drop something in there without any context, and then let us. He's rage baiting us.
That's 100%, and I fall for it every single time.
Yeah, like whatever that AI thing was today that he sent, I was like, "Yo, who is in this?" And then he told me, I was like,
"That's exactly what I said." Like, well, because anyways, someone sent it to us, and then it kind of.
Yeah. Then he told me, and I was like, "Oh."
Yeah,
I thought it kind of resembled Mike a little bit.
Hodgepodge of people in there.
It kind of resembled Mike a little bit because those guys do look a little bit alike.
He had the glasses on. I had to ask Cody. No one's gonna get this. I had to ask Cody though because this picture, I didn't even know he had freaking glasses on, and he had glasses on at state duels, and I had no idea.
Brother.
I had no idea. I'm like, you wear glasses? He's like, yeah, dude. Oh, okay. Well, shows you how weird I am, and apparently not as observant as I need to be. But
okay, state duels went pretty chalky though.
Pretty chalky.
Chalky like how we expected it to go, not the seed lines. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I think for the most part, I mean, maybe there was like a little bit of. I mean, it really wasn't. Not a lot. I mean. Pierce and Battle Creek was the one that I was looking forward to the most, just because in the first duel in the season when Pierce beat Battle Creek 2 days later flip-flopped 2 of their losses, which would have won them the duel. And then, so, you think, okay, well, Battle Creek can win the duel. And then, you talked about it already, the 113 pounder, if you would have lost by decision and then you get the pin, that's a 9-point swing, and then there's the duel. And and trust me, there was a lot of other good matches that we're not boiling it down to one because there were a lot of things that happened for Pierce to win that duel. But I mean, I think it's going to be awesome because those two teams are probably going to be the ones in 2 weeks that are going to be battling out for the Class C title, maybe Cedar Catholic too. But really good duel there. I thought Central City had a great tournament in Class C. They were the 7 seed and made the finals.
Right.
Beat number 2 St. Paul, who won it a couple of years ago, and is always a great dual team. So, kind of props to the Garfield gang there in Central City.
That dude's always got his team ready at all
They
times.
are, man, and they made
just
some
ready.
changes at the top of their lineup, and so I think Central City is going to probably be in the mix, potentially a top 5 team also in Omaha. And it's hard to, you guys see Omaha Skutt and Creighton Prep just like I do. It was just kind of all business for those guys. There were like the Kearney and Lincoln East duel to get in the finals in Class A though was awesome. It was awesome. I'm guessing you probably saw, but
Yeah.
it came down to the last match, which for the semifinal duels was 285, and the Kearney heavyweight who had lost to the Lincoln East heavyweight by 1 earlier in the year. It's tied 1-1 in the third period. He lat, and they're down by 1. Kearney's down by 1 in the duel, and he lat drops him and pins him, and it was just bananas because they have the biggest section in the crowd up there too.
Right.
So that was cool for Kearney to get to the state duels for the first time, I think, since like 2018.
Heavyweight lat drop. Does it get any more electric than that?
No.
No.
No. And I mean, like the both of the guys are ranked. I mean, they're good wrestlers, but like 8 or 9, so maybe they don't find the podium. And I talk about this all the time when I talk about the duels, but that's like what makes it special,
Yeah.
is everyone on the team goes, and then the heroes may not be the people that you expect. They're not going to be the number 1 guys or the number 2 guys that always win. It's going to be the unranked matches or like you bump some guy to do something, and that's why it made it cool. So that was exciting in Class A.
It could be a non-qualifier that wins you a dual tournament.
You're also okay. So you're not gonna. I think it happened again in the Bennington New York duel. I think they bumped the guy up too far.
No.
I think Bennington did, and I'm not going to get too into detail on it because I actually kind of like light bulbed. I haven't thought about it much since Saturday. But that made the duel a lot closer. Bennington still won over York, but they killed him the first time. But it made it a lot closer. It came down to the last match. I think Bennington was ahead by 6 going into the last match, and their 285 had actually been pinned by the York 285 earlier in the season, and then the Bennington guy avenged his loss, Mostek freshman heavyweight, and that sealed it. But that was kind of a weird little twist of fate too, because it keeps happening. But yeah, now I guess we don't have to worry about that now that we're fully done with the dual.
I heard Mostek might be the next Garrett Nelson. Is that what I heard?
I actually haven't heard that, but now I have.
Yeah.
Dylan Mostek, though, really good running back.
Yeah. So Class D, Burwell, and Aquinas. It was kind of always going to be those two. You guys, gosh dang it, Chuck. That's a ridiculous thing to say.
Class D, Burwell.
Yeah, Burwell and Aquinas. It was kind of like, again, that was a semifinal duel last year, and Burwell barely won. It was 37-33. It was going to be close again. Burwell ended up falling behind. They were actually behind after 5 or more matches in every single duel they wrestled.
Oh wow!
And then like once you kind of get to Brody Jensen and they're at 132, 138, it was kind of game on, and they kind of steamrolled everyone from that point on. And so they got it done. They same thing in the finals against Aquinas. They beat a really good Plainview team in the semis, and Plainview beat Shelby Rising City by 1 for third, which is kind of a good duel too. So overall, like if somebody said it, like the finals were just a little bit like, because Pierce dominated Central City, kind of took care of business. I mean, you have to after you have that big win over Battle Creek, but Burwell, after they fell behind, they started winning, and you could sort of like start seeing it on paper that they were going to get it done. Prep, I think they lost 8 matches all day.
Yeah.
Which is kind of an absurd.
That's incredible.
Somebody told, and now I don't know the veracity of this either, but Creighton Prep, I think, maybe scored the most points ever in the state duels, like for team points, whatever it was. Yeah. I don't know that they gave up much more than 15 in any duel either. So pretty impressive for Skutt. Like, we're just watching those guys, we're watching several Division I wrestlers on that end. I tried to bop back and forth between, because they have A, B, C, D in order. I was sitting between A and B, and then I go over to C and D. Overall, pretty good day, but yeah, you said it, pretty chalky. It wasn't anything earth shattering. I think we, if you read our predictions, I think we nailed about everything except maybe the Battle Creek Pierce duel we thought might go the other way. So honestly, credit to Pierce. They're trending up. They're the new number 1 in the team rankings too.
So I wasn't able to go out to state duels, but I do want to say
have
that
you
you
ever
guys
been
did
to state duels?
Nope, but you guys did an awesome job of coverage because I was able to keep up on everything.
Yeah, so it's fun when everyone just wants to be there, you know. So I want to give a lot. If I have a moment, I want to give a lot of credit to everybody. Cody, who does our Class A stuff, you know, I do the Class B. Kale does Class C, and Colin does Class D. And then we had Jose and Colin doing videography, and then Chenille and Antonio doing additional photography to what we were already doing. So we were able to kind of, you know, do a lot of things for the tournament. So it was fun. And then also we had photos posted from every single girls district, at least one like carousel of photos for every single girls district throughout the weekend too.
Yeah,
that's 8 of them. So it was, in my opinion, a successful content weekend. You know, you get spread out pretty thin when that's going on. And I don't know if there will be a day when things are a little easier in that regard for state duels and girls districts and soon to be girls duels and all that, but it's a good time.
Creighton Prep scored 176 points. Their opponents scored 41 in the 3 duels.
Yeah.
Dear
and I mean,
Lord.
Yeah.
And three state duels, it was 176 to 41.
Well, they're starting 106. That Jarrell Walsh was at the retreat. So,
yeah.
They were missing a starter too.
Yeah.
Which I didn't look that hard to see if it would have mattered much, but really good showing. I mean, there were a couple situations in the duels, like there always are, where it's like, that stinks that Battle Creek and Pierce wrestled in the semis. It stinks for Grand Island too that they had to wrestle Creighton Prep in the semis because, they had beaten Kearney, they had beaten multiple times, and they had beaten Lincoln East, I believe. So there's that. Third place though, nothing to hang your head about, and I guess fuel to the fire. Grand Island with Coach Morrison, they're going to keep doing great things. So maybe their time will come.
It was so funny to watch him in the background of some of those videos because he's moving along with those wrestlers, changing levels, some of the facial expressions he made. I mean, that guy's just so invested that it's easy to want to wrestle for him and perform.
It'd be fun to just have a camera on every coach and every duel and just get the best stuff.
Yeah.
We got one picture of the Ravenna head coach and 2 of his wrestlers jumping at the same time, and they were all probably a good 2 feet off the ground, and it was like the exact same height.
Oh wow!
It was just a cool photo. It's like you really only get that in duels because your team's around you there.
Right.
Like at state, the individual tournament, you can't even be on the floor if you're not
on deck wrestler only.
Right. Yeah. So. Pretty sweet. I have a list of notes for girls districts too.
Yeah, let's go.
I didn't want to overlook those, and I know you guys like to be kind of efficient with your time. So,
go ahead.
First of all, congrats to the dual champions, and then now the girls district champion teams, West Side and Norfolk, Lexington and Kearney. Kind of expected in that regard too. The main one there was probably Lexington beating Millard South by a little bit.
Yeah,
it was a good one. Yeah. They have the most qualifiers in Class A. The Lexington girls do.
Oh wow!
So I was at that district. Those girls are freaking tough, man. Those Lexington girls, and I knew they were tough. Don't get me wrong. I think we all kind of thought Millard South was going to win that district, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you would have asked Sean, who does our girl stuff, maybe. The Lexington team, I guess I have a pretty good relationship with their coach. We stream their event in January, and they had a few girls that didn't even enter the lineup until for good until the last few weeks of the season. Oh, wow. So they had they knew that they were going to be strongest come districts, which is good.
Makes sense.
guess you want to peak at the right time. And they have been a team that's been really built on depth the last few years, and now they have a really standout 235 girl who's undefeated.
She gets those double underhooks on you, it's over.
Yeah, so very good wrestler there, and a wonderful just team overall, and honestly good people. So good team race there at Millard South. West Side kind of took care of business though in getting 8 qualifiers. I think that Chuck, you might be able to correct me on this, but I think that's probably as many or maybe even more than they were hoping for.
Yeah, I would think.
Yeah. And I think they had said that they had a few more in the blood round too that were just a match away.
So that's probably got to set them up real well for state title run. So with 8, Grand Island had a good district. They pushed Kearney until the end. Bellevue East, Millard West, and Blair also had 8, and then Kearney and Norfolk both had 9. So probably some combination of Lex, Kearney, Norfolk, West Side, maybe Millard South. They got 6, maybe. So I mean, Class A districts there. Adams Central, they scored 261 points in the B4 district. They won it. I think they won by over 100.
Wow!
And they qualified 11 girls in Class B, which pretty much 11 out of I think they had 13 on their roster, and the 2 that didn't had losing records, and everyone else took care of business.
Wow.
Yeah. I know. I like Reagan Galloway helps out there. They're buzzsaws, and that sets up Adams Central really well because I don't want to say ran unopposed, but it's hard to say otherwise out there.
Right.
In some of the other districts like UTAN and West Point Beamer, who won the district over UTAN a little bit, kind of battled. Battle Creek and Lakeview battled for the B2 district. So there's these good battles going on between solid teams, and it's hard to make it out of those battles without maybe dropping a few that you don't want to or need to in order to really push the top team, which is clearly now, in my opinion, Adams Central in Class B girls. But there's also like some cool stories. Oh, Lincoln North Star maybe wasn't like a top of the team radar thing. They got 3rd in A1. Millard West, they qualified 8 out of A2.
Wow.
I mentioned Grand Island challenged Kearney. West Point beating UTAN. West Holt had a really good district in B3. So kind of credit to the West Holt program. And then individually, there's always the heartbreaking stories. There was a biting deal in one of the districts. It's kind of a he said, she said thing, and it's too bad. I mean, I don't want to get into that one too much, but it sounds like the girl that was winning got DQ'd for biting, which I know it's just sad.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're an official and you see bite marks, like you just have to call it for what it is. But
See,
there's more nuance to it than that. If you're doing a crossface or you just never, I don't know. It's just too bad.
And you want to assume she just didn't do it on purpose.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, but you call it bite gate. I don't remember how long ago it was where the one kid got the bite thing, and then there was like a huge kerfuffle over it, and then he ended up they like flip flopped it, and he got a wrestle, and it was crazy. It was crazy.
So I don't want to get too much into like state brackets or anything, but the thing about districts is that there's upsets. One of the biggest ones I saw would be Bray and Barber, the top 2 wrestlers at that weight, meeting up in the second round of state because of upsets at districts.
Is that where you were? Did you see that one? That match? No, I didn't see it.
No,
I don't know
didn't
what
see
happened.
It. That was out in, was it Ogallala?
Oh, it was Omaha. Yeah, they always have to go.
Yeah, they had to take a jaunt.
It was probably, I think it was Gehring. I think there was
Gehring, yes.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, if you're Barber, you got to be ready to go now. I mean, I think Bray majored her the first time they wrestled. So I mean,
you're getting a state finals match day 1.
Yeah,
you really are. I know. I think everyone that's like a diehard or like a kind of just like a wrestling sicko eventually probably wants to seed it all out, to avoid, the fluky district thing where somebody like Bray, who's like national caliber good, has a slip up, and then you don't get Barber and Bray in the quarters. And it's not just that one either. The 235 match, the Ashley and Hera from Lexington has Takara from Buena Vista, who had her first loss. She had pinned everyone she wrestled all year long and then lost to districts. So now the top two in the rankings are in the quarterfinals at 235 also. So kind of, I don't know, crazy things that just tend to happen. On the flip side,
that's why we love the state tournament, though.
Yeah, and then on the flip side too, you get like girls district finals matches that are 1 versus 2,
right?
And then you guarantee being on the opposite side of the bracket.
Correct. Yep.
So like Kaylin Harrell over Gabrielle Price, and Evie Betcher over Jaden Jones, Caden Sipp over Nyla Bowles. So there are some good district finals matches that you could run back maybe in 2 weeks. I guess that's a long time.
Yeah, it is
to wrestle this. Well, I guess it's not 2 weeks; it's like 11 days or something. But it still seems like a while.
I'd like to know. I'd like to know what coaches kind of do to stay sharp. Do you like give a couple days off? You take like lighter kind of like this part of the week, the first part of this week after districts? Do you just kind of ease it like?
Yeah, there's maybe like an extra day, like a chill day on Monday, but then also maybe do like a Thursday or Friday sort of weigh-in,
right?
Just so you're kind of keeping your weight under control. Maybe make sure you're within a pound. Or
maybe you just do like an hour of just kind of cardio-y stuff, and that not anything too crazy, and then you kind of build it.
You're not learning any new moves, right? You're going over positions that maybe you could have gotten better at districts if you lost a match that you shouldn't have, or I'm not even against like maybe even giving Monday and Tuesday off.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, I'm just curious how that works. Cause it is like almost 2 weeks.
Yeah. Let those girls' bodies recover. I mean, cutting weight's hard on anyone's body. I know that.
What do you know about that?
Did you cut a bunch of weight, Chuck? No? I did. Holy crap.
I did too.
Yeah, and it wasn't great on you, and it stunted your growth because you're shorter than me.
Stunted.
That's where we're going.
That's where we're going. Maybe by an inch.
Yeah, that's where we're going. Now I'm getting defensive.
My dad is like 5'3".
Yeah.
So I'm tall.
It's stunted
a giant.
It stunted my growth. My brother is 6'4" and like 200 pounds. I am not. And I cut weight almost my whole life. Once I hit high school, I cut weight. So
I'm tall and jacked.
My freshman year was the opposite. I weighed 95 pounds at state the second day.
Actually, that's not true. My freshman year, I weighed 100, or I wrestled 100. I weighed 96.
Were you still 6 feet tall then too?
No, I was not back then. No. But my junior and senior year, I cut like there were.
I bet you looked like a little turd when you were a freshman, a kid that I just would want to push down.
There were Mondays. There were Mondays my senior year where we'd have a meet on a Saturday and a duel on Tuesday. Monday, and I I watched what I ate, like tried to be real careful, and I wrestled 25 my senior year. There were Monday mornings where I would
have trouble wrapping my head around that, Mike. I'm sorry, but I do.
I weighed like
25 your max. That is.
He still weighs 125. What are you talking about?
he could make weight for
this dude wears size 28, 40 pants.
No.
Dude's all leg.
Anyway, I would weigh like 133, 134 on Monday morning and have to cut that down into Tuesday night, like duel. That was back when you could do stuff like that. Yeah, tough. It was.
I couldn't cut weight, so I just couldn't do it. I was Listen, we're gonna just keep making those jabs. I've lost some weight. I'm looking fit. I'm looking toy.
Looking good, toy like a toy guy.
You're down to 40 instead of a 44.
44,
You
have the opposite measurements on your waist and your inseam.
Listen here. It's not my fault. I have thick legs. Okay.
Chuck's a 38 26.
Listen, I was at a 38 at one point in my life where I could fit in 34s, but my legs, I've got to wear 36s.
Okay. That's cool. I'm proud of you. You have lost it.
We're not going to talk about length, though.
I'm proud of you. I'm going to give you a virtual hug.
You get your hands off. You get your
have
grubby
lost
little
weight.
Skeletor hands off me.
You've lost some weight. I'm proud of you for doing that.
Thank you.
Are you guys, Mike? You probably got basketball this weekend, huh?
Yeah.
Chuck, are you gonna go watch Central for
Yep,
districts?
I'll be out at Northwest.
Yeah,
Cool.
Nebraska plays Northwestern at noon on Saturday. So
hopefully it goes about like the Husker wrestling
bloodbath.
duel against Northwestern. That'd be cool.
it would be great. You know, when those blowouts happen, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Drew, is it true that a Northwestern wrestler got hurt playing hacky sack?
I don't know. Word on the street. So they forfeited 57 and 65, but they brought 2 49s, and it sounds, I don't know. I've seen it in multiple places, but
I don't know if they wanted to wrestle our 57-pounder though.
I know. I was kind of bummed because Jagger Condomiti has just like battled like concussions and head injuries for Nebraska, and senior night, like probably no matter who they put out there, he would have been favored because he's pretty dang good.
He's really good.
Yeah, and then didn't get a match. At least, I mean, the hand raise is cool, but you know, I'm sure that when they told him he was going to be the guy for that match, that they expected him to at least have a match. But,
How do you get shut out in a duel? Like, that's hard at that level.
I mean, that's pretty. I mean, especially, you know, in the Big Ten. I mean, these teams are really good. Cale Lauritsen winning that first match was probably their best chance. Yeah, and good for him too. I mean, because he's still in a battle for the spot. So getting ranked wins like that, that's some pretty key.
He needed some momentum coming in down the stretch.
Now, question for you here.
Yeah.
I had read somewhere that, and they'd put AJ Ferrari's last time doing the splits in the Devaney. He's still got another year of eligibility.
Yeah, I don't know who did that.
I think it has to. They still have to approve it or something of the nature.
Okay.
The plan. I don't think this is not public knowledge. The plan has been for AJ to be 285 this year, McDaniel at 97, and then Cade will be 285 next year. McDaniel hasn't even used a red shirt yet, and then Ferrari will go back to 97.
Really?
That's. I mean, and we're talking. This is what I heard in like October.
Yeah, and I've heard the same thing.
Yeah, so who knows? But I mean, that's a possibility. Don't know.
And AJ's still not like super heavy.
No.
Yeah. Did you guys see the picture that we got of him doing the splits and with the sign in the background?
Coach Snyder hates the splits.
Yeah, that was, I mean, properly timed photo.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man, but no, I mean, gosh, it's crazy that we're like at districts for boys and starting to turn a night of postseason for college. And I got to go to the Kearney duel, the UNK duel.
Oh yeah,
Central Oklahoma on Friday.
Yeah, Central Oklahoma.
That was sweet. Yeah, I mean, it came down to just a couple tiny little things for Kearney, but they're number 2 and Central Oklahoma is number 1, and that was a really, really fun duel. Kind of one of those that hopefully ignites things for Kearney. I feel like it will, and hopefully for nationals that'll be a good thing.
Those Kearney lower weights are starting to get going.
It's fun watching Coyle and Hurrdat, and then Daniel DeRozier, Bellevue East grad. He had
big
this
win.
Freaking, did you see it? It was so crazy. He had the leg in like and was like kind of trying to run a guillotine, and almost like he never took his leg out, but it looked like DeRozier might get put on his back, but he didn't panic, and then ends up sort of, I mean, it was nuts. And he got the pin on senior night, his senior year, when he wasn't really supposed to be the varsity guy. Their normal starters hurt. And so it was that was an electric moment. I thought it was really cool. Glad I was there for it.
He loves seeing that. And he's a Nebraska kid too, and just super nice kid.
Yep. Yep. They got a nice team. Hopefully they go back to back. Be cool.
All right. Well, thanks, Dru, for your knowledge.
Of course.
Thanks to Tyler Legate, and I guess thanks to Chuck too, maybe. So Saw that. Yeah. All right.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll do next week. We'll have maybe a little bit more loaded show with guests and breaking down stuff and looking ahead to individual state tournament, which starts in 8 days. 7 days, 8 days. Yeah.
8 days. Oh, that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
5 days of fun.
Yeah.
On Omaha.
Yeah. All right.
A Hurrdat Sports Network production.